Linda, the name of your organisation is No One Dies Alone in Ayrshire. How did the organisation come about and what exactly is it you do?
The organisation came about when my mum was dying and I heard about the first project that was set up in Scotland in Inverclyde. After a suitable amount of time, which I thought was a year, got in touch with Inverclyde and for a while I kept asking if there was any plans in this area and trying to find out if there was plans in this area. Turns out there wasn't. So I went along and shadowed them and found out how they did their companion support groups, and they shared their training with us. And we got started with a small board at the time and a few initial volunteers, which have now grown to 45 volunteers and 7 board members. When my mum was dying, also part of my motivation for doing it too was that I wanted everyone to have the death that they wanted, and my mum very much wanted to be at home, and without my support it wouldn't have been in her consciousness or my dad's to have her at home. So that was part of the idea too. We sit with people in the final hours who are dying. That was initially all we did. Now we offer support from the moment of diagnosis, because that's absolutely when people are feeling out on a limb, like they're sent home to die. They can feel quite lonely and isolated, and they're still trying to get their head around their diagnosis at the same time. So we offer support from then. We also offer one-to-one counselling and support, as well as bereavement groups and health walks that are all-inclusive to help combat the isolation and the loneliness around end-of-life issues.
The organisation is supported by volunteers. What kind of people are you looking for as volunteers?
Kind. Kind people, that's all. There's no prerequisites. They don't need to have previous experience, because we do training, and a lot of our volunteers, I think probably at least half of the volunteers are healthcare professionals, either healthcare professionals, or they are still working in the field. So they don't have a lot of time to volunteer for our new remit, which is to offer support at the moment of diagnosis. A lot of the initial volunteers have stepped forward to make sure that nobody does die alone. So we're looking for more support in that direction as well.
How do people go about volunteering? What type of training is given to them?
Okay, so we were lucky Inverclyde shared their training with us, and we've adapted it slightly to add in a little bit more information about things like infection control, which obviously, it's a lot of reading in that area now after COVID. So we have our own training package, but we also offer additional training in TLC training, so it's a little bit more dealing with the emotional side of death and dying and the spiritual care of the dying. We offer that to members of the public as well as other organisations.
How do people who need your help get in touch?
Anyone can make a referral. So whether it's a healthcare professional or a family member, usually by telephone, and quite often by telephone, that's the first contact that they've been able to express how they're feeling. And so it's a bit of support sometimes happens when it's a family member, right from the first moments.
Can you tell us a little about your bereavement groups? How often do they meet and what do they do?
We meet twice a week on a Monday and a Friday. On a Monday at 1, we're in Celebrate Kilmarnock, which is across from Marks and Spencer's in the precinct in King Street. And on a Friday, we're at 1 o'clock in the Ayrshire Community Trust, which is Vernon Street, across from the railway station in Saltcoats. Usually we have the last 15 minutes is a little bit of meditation or heart math exercise, something, maybe a bit of sound healing, and just little taster sessions to help to calm the spirit and calm the mind.
What other activities are available?
Well, we also have a health walk, and this is open to anybody that wants to come along for health reasons, just to walk with more people, or they might be interested in the organisation, finding out more about how to volunteer or how to support us, or they might actually be bereaved but don't really want to talk. And when they're walking, it's up to them if they talk or not. Or they might just want to be around other people who are supportive, or other people who have had similar experiences, whether there's talking involved or not. Well, there's always talking involved. We can't shut up in that respect. But yeah, I'm talking about issues and stuff. There's no need to do that. It's up to them.
What upcoming events do you have planned?
Well, we've just done Mauchline Holy Fair and New Milne Show, which were very well represented at those, and we have a biker rally coming up in Galston. Details of that can be found in our social media.
What's your vision for the future?
My vision keeps changing. Everything keeps growing arms and legs, and it's not my vision anymore. It's very much a team effort, and the volunteers and the board all together were and the people that support us were developing our vision. But the main kind of idea is really to plug for social change. I didn't know how lucky I was with my mum and the support and the care that she had in place. We just thought that was how it was for everybody, and it's quite heartbreaking to hear the other stories of where it's not quite the case. So we really hope to plug for social change. We're members of the Cross Parliamentary group speaking about palliative care now. And that's the kind of, I would say, the main objective at the moment, as well as increasing our people that use our service and support us with that.
For anyone watching this video and wants to help, how can they support you?
Well, we're really hoping to get some corporate sponsorship, in particular for our new branding that has been kindly donated by Caution Evan in Ayr. So we have a new website, which is NODA with an extra A at the end, .org.uk. We have 45 volunteers and 7 board members, so we're needing t-shirts, lanyards, identification badges, amongst others, leaflets, all the marketing equipment. So anybody that can help with that would be fantastic. But just visiting our website, anyone can find out how to support us, and we have a small lottery we run every month. At the moment it's only a £50 prize, but there is a good chance of winning. And our Just Giving page, where anyone can do a kilt walk or anything that they would like to do for all those fitness people out there. So yeah, lots of ways.
Linda, thank you very much.
You're very welcome, thank you.